Now we want to send it over to One America's Neil W. McCabe, who joins me live now from the White House with more on the president's remarks concerning the FBI raid on the office of his former attorney, Michael Cohen. Hi there, Neil. Good to see you. Let's begin with the president's reaction to the FBI's actions and his former personal attorney. The president not happy with both. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, good morning, Rachel. Well, the president was really kind of ticked off, and he tweeted that out about 2 hours ago. Of course, one problem and why he would say it was inconceivable is that you virtually never hear about law enforcement raiding an attorney's office, especially when that attorney is representing the president of the United States or somebody who is actually, while the president is not a target of the Mueller investigation, Mueller has said that he is someone of interest to the Mueller investigation. And this really speaks to the cornerstone of the client-lawyer privilege and that sort of confidentiality and the privilege and all that's sort of related to the right of being represented by an attorney. And of course, the other problem that the president had is with Michael Cohen recording his conversations, apparently not realizing it, although in New York, it is a one-party consent state, so you are allowed to record a conversation with someone without telling them that you are recording that conversation. But, Rachel, that's not the kind of thing you do in a trusting relationship.
President using that word inconceivable to describe the actions of the FBI and his former attorney. But, Neil, as for the legality of the tape, could it present any possible legal problems for the president?
Right. There is some kind of peg that some people are trying to hang this on, and that's the idea that this conversation had happened 2 months before the election while the campaign was still going on. If the president, then candidate, was discussing campaign expenditures that were not reported, then that would be a violation of federal election law. But that's really a paperwork crime, very difficult to prosecute through to a conviction. Remember that John Edwards was also brought up on charges when he used campaign donations to pay his mistress. That actually, he was not convicted of that. It's very difficult to prove in court. And so nobody really thinks that the president is in any kind of legal jeopardy. But of course, there's an optics problem, Rachel. So, Neil, if it is so inconceivable for the feds to raid Cohen's office, how did it happen? Right. So the narrative that is sort of played out is that Special Counsel Robert Mueller said that he came upon information about Cohen that he then passed on to the Department of Justice's Southern District of New York. That's sort of the office with the legendary federal prosecutors of Manhattan. And those prosecutors, along with the FBI agents who are attached to that office, executed the raid of Cohen's office, his apartment, his hotel. And so now we're sort of waiting to see. It's getting very murky because Cohen has not been charged with anything. And so it's sort of been in limbo now as to what that raid was all about or what was the probable cause. The Fourth Amendment prevents prosecutors from just raiding someone's house and looking around until you find something illegal. And so now we're sort of waiting to see how that's going to flush out, Rachel. All good points there, Neil. The president blasting the FBI and his former attorney, and our very own Neil W. McCabe with the latest from the White House. Thank you so much, Neil, for that live report.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube. And call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.